Good morning, Matthias. Good to see you.
Hi, Morten. Good to see you.
So you were thrown into last minute yesterday because Jordy thought that his face was a little bit too saturated, right?
Yes, yes,
I
it
don't
was
know
a
if it's the
last
right
minute.
word, but it's still a little bit funny, right?
Yeah.
So, welcome here. It's the first time that you are on one of our shows, and as you can see, we try to run it as a smooth television program. So, great to see you. Before we get started with, because I have some things I would like to talk to you about, please introduce yourself and Kama.
Yes, so my name is Matthias Miederer. I started to work for Karma beginning of this year as the head of product management, and I'm responsible to strengthen the link between our sales and our development department. We have a really strong development department. We have worldwide sales, and it's important to keep this link as good intact as possible. So this is my task. To introduce Karma, we are post-press finishing solution supplier, and we have a focus for tailored solutions for short to medium run finishing to have here really efficient solutions, let's say targeting on the digital printing market.
That sounds great. I want to make it even more visual for people. So, because not so long a time ago, I was visiting one of your customers' studio on fire, and just look at this, dear ladies and gentlemen, and then see what happens if you open it. You get something that can only be made on on a very good equipment and very funny and very beautiful. So we are in the business where you can basically add value to your products, so you can make more money when you sell them. Is that a good short explanation?
This is absolutely right. So also for me, arriving at Karma and talking to our customers, I can see that there's really many people out there happy about the solutions fitting for their needs to add embellishment, as you say, to the finishing, to add value to the finishing. We somehow like to say, like the ProCut, it's kind of a chameleon. Wherever you place this machine, it will fit in, it will blend in perfectly to help our customers to fulfill their needs in finishing, to add value to their customers, to do their actual jobs, but in the end to also offer more things to their customers and to gain new jobs in the end.
Um, you, as you said, you started working for Karma not so long time ago. I mean, how is it to work with such an old company?
It's an old company, yes, but that doesn't mean that there are old people. So it's a nice team. I really enjoy working for Karma. It's great to see all the smart minds, let's say, there, also in the R&D department. It's great. I'm also a mechanical engineer, so I love technology. I love innovations, and it's great to see all these people working on new ideas, always making the products we have better, and of course to work on really nice new projects.
I have specific questions because I think it could be interesting, because I showed this one from Studio on Fire, which is they make boxes for all types of boxes. But before we go into the Flex folder, which is a super interesting product, one of the things I believe that it will not be shown at Drupa but talked about at Drupa is your new Hammerhead. Digital embellishment machine capable of doing both the coatings and or varnishes and also metallization. Can you just bring people a little bit up to speed? What is it? And then we will talk about the Flex folder.
Yeah. So the idea of the Hammerhead, you already shared the name, is that we want to really bring the offering not only of the conventional side of die cutting, folding, and gluing, but also for the digital embellishment side, so that we can be a provider fulfilling all the needs from the conventional to digital embellishment, and all of that, of course, fitting together perfectly. And with the Hammerhead, we have built a machine on, let's say, the heritage of Karma, building solid, robust machines. So we want to continue with this also for the digital side, so that we have a solution that is on the one side really efficient for the digital foiling, for the digital varnish, but on the other side, it keeps the robustness, the stability you need to have an industrial production for multiple shifts. And with the Hammerhead, we have a few main goals. So I already mentioned efficiency, and this not only means efficiency in setting up jobs with a high level of automation, but of course also efficiency with the materials you use with it. We have a foil saving system in there to make sure the consumption of the consumables is as low as possible, because even if it's a digital process, we want to make sure the products add value without making them really expensive, so that you have a product you can sell and where you can make a good market with it. And that's about the efficiency. It's about the speed, to have a really high speed, to have also, of course, a good output with the machine, and all of that with a superior quality. I already mentioned our team of R&D bringing always new innovations, and also with the Hammerhead, we have many details in there, some being patented by us, to have a different approach for digital embellishment. And that's the piece we bring to bring superior quality to this embellishment.
One of the things I think I read in some statement that you did was that it's both a B2 and a B1 machine, and it's also quite fast. Maybe you just mentioned that because everybody talks about efficiency, but when the day is over, it's also a matter, can you use it in an analog world, or is it only for digital, or what are the sheet sizes? Can you just bring that up to speed as well?
So the platform was built to be ready so it's a B2 platform ready for B1. The standard configuration, let's say, is a B2 machine with 5,700 sheets per hour. And then you can equip this same machine with a different feeder, and it's already prepared to run then B1 sheets in the landscape. And that makes it quite flexible. So you have one platform you can use for the B2 and for the B1 at high speeds.
Smart. A little bit maybe a question that I don't know if you can answer this or will answer it, but there are other players in the market for digital embellishment, and with all respect for all of them, I have never really thought of the digital embellishment as being a huge market. Is it because you are have a belief that in the future there will be a higher and higher demand for digital, or is it just because it fits into, let's say, in more like niche productions that also maybe sometimes Karma without the right, I think, but sometimes it's seen maybe a little bit more like a niche production. How do you see the potentials for a product like the Hammerhead?
Digital embellishment, maybe comparing it to the digital printing, is growing slowly. So the first solutions are there for quite many years now, but of course the market needs to adapt. It's always a long process just to have a solution. It's not already used by the full market. You need to slowly introduce this to the graphic designers. Without the graphic designers implementing that in the first place, there will not be a need. So we see that as a growing piece, which is at the moment reaching, let's say, a real nice level. So we have different solutions in the market, which is of course also good for us, because we want to have competitors out there. We want to be in a competitive environment where we can really excel with our solutions. And the digital embellishment can be seen as in two different ways. Of course, you have the digital aspect, making it flexible, bringing all the variable elements. You need no tools for your embellishment.
100%.
And on the other side, it's also a different embellishment. So you cannot compare that to hot stamping. Hot stamping is a different effect than digital embellishment. So it's a new way to add value to your products.
Let's move to the flex folder. We don't have so much time, but one of the things I like about the flex folder, and for people that doesn't know, this is Kamma's really super smart folding gluer machine that is capable of, I can't remember the speed, you tell me in a second, but what is really smart about it is that all the setup is done by servo motors. So that basically means that it's simply click a button and then you have, within a few minutes, you have a setup that can do wonderful folding glued boxes, but it also has a built-in braille functionality that is extremely suitable for pharmaceutical productions. What did I miss?
So you're absolutely right. So this is a machine which is made for a high level of automation with a fully automatic format setting to really target this market of short to medium runs where you cannot spend a lot of time to set up jobs. For example, we offer a 5-minute job changeover from a straight line box to a different one, or 8-minute job changeover from a straight line one to an automatic lock button box.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a really fast setup time, and with that you have a high efficiency, and that actually is one piece, and then together with the Pro Cut, you can have really efficient finishing from cutting to folding and gluing, bringing some options with it, as you mentioned, the braille, to be ready for the pharma market with an inspection system, a 100% inspection system. And that actually is a good, let's say, step to come to another piece we want to show at Drupa. Matthew already mentioned in the last previous session here about the importance of automation. And as mentioned, our solutions are ready for a high level of automation, but we also see the need to bring this to a next step. And therefore, we work on a new piece of automation, and that means the automation of the full workflow from the printed sheet to the finished folded and glued box.
Just before we go into our next guest, I know it's short and dense, but that is how life is. So just to be sure that people understand that. So when you go to the Kamma booth at Drupa, you can see the ProCut 76, you can see the Flex folder, you can see videos and samples of the Hammerhead, and you can see animations of the new robot solutions that you're talking about, right? Is that that wraps pretty much up what people can? And then I know that of course you want to talk to people, because I think that Kamma is a company that delivers really smart solutions, but I'm not so sure that so many people knows about it. So it's really great that you had time to explain a little bit here on English. And Matthias, I look forward to see you at Drupa in just 2 weeks, right?
Yes, was great to talk to you, Morten, and see you soon.
Definitely. And with that said, a little jingle, and then we have Tim Sturback from IST Meds here in just a few moments. Thank you very much, and see you soon.